EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Dragons of Paris taking on the Bulls of San Antonio.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
In the course of a game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
Okay, right? Hey, red! Black shot. Ready?
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
They forced 7 turnovers. 7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 9 yards that time. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
15 yards there for number 15. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run this one in. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. He'll try again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the jump. Ready.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. But you look at this defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Off play action. Richardson.
Pressure comes and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got 2. Quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
They go play action with Richardson.
Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And they bring their punter out there now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Right, 97. Cut.
They'll look to throw here. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready?
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dragons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Let's go now.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Richardson looking to throw this. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Richardson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Hurry!
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Come on.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting that 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a particularly nice play, because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. They run once more with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He's got his target. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Well, they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. Richardson off the play fake. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was third and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now receiver in motion left.
A final shot before the half. Richardson.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Come on, set. Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Pass to the right. There's Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Richardson to throw off play action. A short throw pulled in by Woods.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Second down, here's Richardson.
Eluding the pressure right.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes.
It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's a diving catch right side. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Tiger. Ready?
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
That solid gain will pick them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Rolling to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Velus Jones
From 10 yards out.
And the Bulls are back within a score.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in San Antonio, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Come on.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
70, Wolf. Ready.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
76 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Hawk 70. Ready.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A give for Taylor running right side. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Ready up.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Go.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Here now, 3rd down.
Cardinal. Ready.
Now Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down to 30.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Okay,
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Here's Richardson. Steps away to his left.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Mustang 19.
And Richardson completes a quick one out wide.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
So the false start will back them up 5.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Point after here coming up. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ready.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Okay, ready?
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. A little jerk. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Here we go, set. 43 rail. Ready?
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ready?
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll run on the inside handoff. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. Oh, and it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. So it's our visitors that come away with a victory here. And it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for Paris, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for San Antonio,